coat and drywall work. As smooth as possible. Want to make your muscle them work. Woo. Hello, hello, hello. Bring it up closer so you can see it. Look. How's everyone day going? I don't know if that is good. Let me see if I can find a better spot. How's everyone's day going now? Just doing some drywall. Second coat on drywall. Something that I love. This is the second coat. How smooth it is going to be. It looks like it not even have a sun. So Martin, bless up yourself. This ready for sunning. Going to be so easy. What's up, bro? Mommy Jack. Is that how your name pronounced? Inside here is too small, too low to use my stilts. Normally I would be on them to go faster, but this is very low. And this compound dry fast. Any questions you have on drywall work? Ask. Most time you have a little hole in the wall you want to patch. You can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. You can patch the hole yourself. It's not hard, it's easy. Takes practice. Bring it closer so you can see for yourself how easy it is to apply the compound. All information is free. I don't charge. I don't hide information. Everybody can do it themselves. If you're using excess, let's put it up. As you can see that this don't even need to sand yet, right? If it was bulky or a lot on it, then you have to sand it. But you don't need to sand this. So keep the knife clean, then you just apply. Feather the edge. So the edge feather smooth. Just keep the knife like this. Like this. Look at this. Press one side against the wall and keep it as close as possible without put pressure on this side. So you have to use like a wrist to put pressure on it. While you do that, just go like this, pull it forward, and then get the edges smooth like this. Clean off the excess amount of compound. Get some more compound. Keeping it close to the close. So you can see everything that I do. Not cheating the game. Keep the edge feather. Keep the edge smooth. Keep the compound knife as flat as you can on it to keep it smooth and nice. Normally right here, you don't have a belly, you don't have any more because it's flat completely. And always keep the edges clean. Don't work with no mess. Not everybody do the bad work in Jamaica. You have some that do it the right way. And you have some who just do it for the money. And it's a few of them that do it the right way. Some hustlers. See how that's smooth? Nice and flat, nice and smooth. Depends on the type of knife you're using, because this is 4 inches, I think. I put it at 4 inches. The 4-inch that I put it, this is a 6-inch knife. So if I put it against it, I have a couple of inches over. So it's best when you do this part of the job, especially when you do plastering. You have to get a knife that is basically bigger than the area, because when you pull it against the line, once you pull it against the line, you want to keep that surface flat. So that's why when I use this knife, this is an 8-inch knife. Somewhere 8, yeah. I don't remember. But this is a good one. It's wider than the surface that I just put the compound on. So you can see that. And it makes it more easier, smooth and flat. Once it's bigger, if it's smaller than it, it won't make sense. Because you want to cover the entire area. And always keep the knife flat. If it's not flat, you won't get a smooth surface. When I say flat, I don't mean like exactly on it, flat, you know. I mean like I keep it on an angle, like a 40-degree angle or 45 or so, and just hold it, or maybe a 90. Yeah. So when you do it like that, you get it more consistent and it's smooth, like this. So for all of those who want to learn the drywall the right way, it's not hard, you know, you just have to practice, and that's how I basically get it. I practice myself. Practice. And one good tip also, I will leave a video I watch. The amount of video I watch when we just start learning this. I watch so much YouTube video on doing this work. Always clean out the excess areas. Those will stop when you're applying the compound. Now, for example, if I'm doing first coat of plaster, I have a thing that I use, right? When I'm doing first coat of plaster, I get one bottle. I think it's a 550 milliliter bottle. I get one of those bottles, and I fill it. And I pour it on top of the compound in the bucket, and I mix it up. Why? It helps the tape, especially if you're using paper tape other than mesh tape, because paper tape basically it's easy to soak. So as soon as you mix out that compound and you put the compound on the wall, and then it takes a little time before it dries out too. So when you do that, you can apply the mesh tape to the paper. Apply the tape to the paper tape to it, and then it bond with the compound easier than if you just use like a second coat, because the second coat is a little bit softer than the first coat. So you have to mix the compound, and then you can just use it to apply. Once you do that, you get it smoother. And one of the main reasons why we explain that and say that, yo, always mix the compound, is that when you mix the compound, you get a consistent, smooth finish. I don't have to have like lumps and all those things like bubble in there, because there are times when you apply the compound on the surface, you can see a lot of holes. Some little small holes, those are air pockets, and them always full up. So the best thing to do, mix up the compound. This is the second foot, and you can see how it look already. Basically, if this take a next foot, it's going to be a very thin layer. But you have two options. One, you don't have to sand it up, you don't have to put any compound on it. You can just sand it after, because this is perfect, ready to sand after this. If you notice how smooth it is, and the surfaces are flat. Look at that, look how smooth that be. And all I do is just practice, that's it. So, doing drywall makes it's a lot of fun. Just going to bring you closer to me so you can see when, oh, I'm getting the compound, oh, I'm applying the compound. And these are the type of corner beads that I use for these areas. One of the reasons why I use this is it now in a rust, and when it rusts, that is when it have sometimes a lot of challenge, because it's easy to drop off when it rusts. You get me? And if the compound apply properly, and most times the metal ones them comes with less hole. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, like all 6 hole gonna come in some of them sometimes. You don't even need the machine to sand anymore. All you need is just one sandpaper, and you just sand out this in like 20 minutes. Don't get me wrong, still another. The metal corner bead, they are good. But the ones that I like is the one that has the holes in it. If you don't have a lot of hole in it, to band the compound with this, it don't make sense to me. If you ever just put up a surface like a piece of corner bead with just flat surface. Once you put it on, if I put this knife behind it and dig it like this, all of the compound are going to drop off. So if you're not getting the one that has a lot of holes in it, don't buy it. Buy the plastic one. For all of the men them or the women them were out there that wants to do drywall work by himself, you just to start somewhere, yo. Just to start. Number one theory. Number one, this is my theory. Don't rush. Never rush. Never rush to do this type of work. The moment you rush, you're going to have a big challenge. Mischief. Yo, some name is crazy here. What's up? Once you rush this job, you won't get it perfect. One of the things is like, why I think people keep recommending me. A lot of people recommend me to do this work. A lot. When I say a lot. Sometimes it's like, the amount of people call me, you can't take all of them. You just have to do what you can do with some. And it's really hard to recommend others. And that's not a joke. Really hard. Very, very hard to recommend somebody else. When I try to recommend somebody else, you might always mess up the thing, you know? So, it's really hard, man. No joke. Always remember the screw holes then. Always keep them clean. This is the next trick. This is one thing that I always do, right? Breakfast there, man. Yeah. Life just start. One more thing when I always do compound, like especially when I do to the middle, like two drywall put together like this. Like two drywall put together like this. Then call it a butt joint. Go and show you an example. Alright, this to this is called a butt joint and drywall, right? See that? When I'm taping this, what I normally do is that I use my knife and I cut a little. Edge on both ends, like on both ends. Cut a little edge on both ends because I don't want it to be like this. I want it to have a little gap between, so it just opens easy. So when I do that, it makes the compound sit within it easier. Also, when I'm using the paper tape, it sits with it better. The next thing too you have is the factory edge. Factory edge and factory edge, these two. You don't have to do nothing to these two. Nothing at all you don't have to do to these. All you have to do is just either the paper tape or the mesh tape. You put them together and then you have a smooth finish. Because on both sides of this and this, there is a little edge on there on both sides. So when you put both of them together, it creates like a little valley. So when you put in the compound on it, it sits below it. So it just perfectly comes side by side with it. So it creates like a flat surface when all of it come together. So that's how I normally do it. But when it's a butt joint, so basically you have to go wider. Like this is the middle. And I have to go wider on both sides. So that whenever I'm sanding off this, it gets flat. Extremely flat. Always keep the corners them sharp. Always keep the corners sharp. If it's not sharp, you don't know what will happen. You're going to see that here, it push back, and then you're going to be like, yo, that one look good. You want the corner them to keep sharp. If you can't get it sharp, use one of them still I don't remember what the name of that tool. But you can put it in the corner, or a square, yeah, get a square. And try to get it at least on 45-degree angle. So that makes it smooth and easy. And when you're done, the customer will love it. And then we tell the thanks to make their house look good. So that is how I normally do it. Get some more compound. If you don't know where to this compound, just dry up fast. It's a quick dry compound this. Yo, it's smooth, you know? Very, very smooth. Mother, she can't swim. Hey, one thing, you know, if somebody give you a job to do, and then tell you say, oh, this job they want this to finish, like say, for example, in like 3 days. You know in yourself say this can't do in 3 days. No way. I advise you, if somebody comes to you with that, don't take it. You're going to have a problem. Don't take it, because if you take that, you're going to have a problem. Finally, yo, no English, no understand. No understand. Always put out the excess. Always. do the corner now. Feather the edges. Keep it smooth. There's always a gap between it. A little gap. But I feel that gap right now. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video today. Just a little short one because I have to run. Always remember to feather the edge. Keep the corners them sharp and nice. Keep it clean. Keep it cool. And then you will have a nice finish. Bless upon yourself. See?